Hey guys, welcome to my channel. My name's Michelle and it's Sunday, and usually I do movie related stuff, and I am doing movie related stuff, but this is from the actual movie. It's not from it, but it's the excitement or the buzz after an Elvis movie. Right? So stick with me. Now, TCM brought out Elvis on Film, A Brief History of the King's Life on the Big Screen 10 days ago. Now, this is what an Elvis movie in the cinema does. It brings out more stuff. People are like, oh, let's jump on the bandwagon because they're talking about Elvis. So let's get our things promoted. So TCM are bringing out this. Now, that means we're going to have more Elvis films on TCM. We're going to have more Elvis films out there. It can trickle out. It doesn't need to be just movie buzz. It can be all the trickles into other avenues. So getting higher in the charts, so the music is being listened to more. Or the shoes from Hush Puppies. They've brought out new blue suede shoes and pink suede shoes to Hush Puppies. You've got the Jailhouse Rock bear. Now, I know some people might not like that, but it's all merchandise. And you see it in the movie. Colonel Parker is the great creator of merchandise, and this is what happens. It trickles out into everywhere, and so you see, or you start seeing Elvis more and more and more everywhere. People are talking about him. It's general interest, and it's just amazing in all facets of life. So exciting. That's what happens when a blockbuster movie comes out, and if we get bums on seats and we get it popular, people want to jump on the bandwagon. And many people might say that that's the big sell, and it is, but it's exciting because you're getting to see Elvis everywhere. So it's Elvis on Film, A Brief History of the King's Life on Screen by TCM on YouTube, and we're going to watch it now. And I am a big movie fan, so I'm excited. I haven't watched this. I saved it for this, and I've seen it so many times be shared, and I wanted to watch it, but I'm watching it with you guys. I'm so excited. And it's 7 minutes. So excited.
Ladies and gentlemen, here's Elvis Presley.
Watch the man from Memphis become the king in the Baz Luhrmann biopic Elvis. TCM is celebrating the release of Elvis by honoring the legacy of Elvis Presley in films. While Elvis is a king of rock and roll, he was also a king on the silver screen. Over the span of 11 years, Elvis starred in 31 feature films and recorded 17 soundtracks. Elvis released 24 studio albums during his lifetime. One could say he was more prolific as an actor than a musician. That's saying a lot for arguably the best-selling musician of all time. Elvis's signature voice, hypnotic hip thrusts, and sizzling sex appeal made him an instant success on the stage. Naturally, Hollywood came a-knocking to see how this sensational singer could translate to the big screen. We begin this journey through his acting career with 1957's Jailhouse Rock. This MGM production almost seems like it was written for Elvis. Elvis played the lead role of Vince Everett, a hot-tempered convict who learns to play guitar in prison. After his release, Everett becomes a huge star while learning life lessons in fame, loyalty, and love.
I think I got it made.
Judy Tyler of Howdy Doody fame co-stars alongside actor-comedian Mickey Shaughnessy. In just his third movie, Elvis is front and center, giving the audience 96 minutes of his looming star power, dynamic voice, and heartthrob appeal. Jailhouse Rock also gave audiences one of the most iconic on-screen moments in film history.
Walking through a party in the county jail. The prison band was there, they began to wail. The band was jumping and the joint began to swing. You should have heard this knocked out jailbird sing, let it rock. Everybody let it rock. Everybody in the whole cell block was dancing to the jailhouse rock.
When Jailhouse Rock was released, it became an instant success. The soundtrack was also a huge hit, debuting at #1 on the newly formed Billboard charts, where it remained for 28 weeks. Additionally, Jailhouse Rock was the best-selling album of 1958. However, the reviews from critics were mixed. Even Elvis himself was critical of his performance. When asked about his acting in Jailhouse Rock, he described it as, quote, pretty bad.
You ain't gonna hate me. I ain't gonna let you hate me.
How dare you think such cheap tactics would work with me?
Any tactics, honey? It's just a beast in me.
Today, it is heralded as one of the most iconic early rock and roll classic films. In 2004, Jailhouse Rock was selected for preservation in the National Film Registry by the Library of Congress. Elvis followed Jailhouse Rock with the 1958 King Creole. King Creole teams Elvis up with powerhouse Hollywood producer Hal Wallis at Paramount. Wallis proved to be a major figure in Elvis's movie career, as he produced 9 films with the King. For King Creole, Wallis brought on famed director Michael Curtiz, who he had worked with on Casablanca and The Adventures of Robin Hood. Wallis also secured a strong ensemble cast with all-star talent including Carolyn Jones, Walter Matthau, and Dolores Hart, who also worked with Presley in Loving You. For King Creole, Elvis displays his acting talents as he portrays Danny Fisher, a young teen intent on providing for his family while navigating the seedy street life of New Orleans.
I got a very average brain. I'm not a brilliant student, I'm average. Do you understand? I don't want to crawl.
Oh, I crawl. Is that it? Is that what I do?
Yeah, you crawl. You have no choice. They got you on the run early.
That's not so. That's not the truth. I fought.
You fought. Sure, you fought. You backpedaled all the way. I saw what happened today between you and your boss, Paul, and it's not going to happen to me. Charlie LeGrand's got $85 a week that says I can be a performer. If he's willing to take a chance, then so am I.
What about school?
I went to school.
And you failed.
I'm through failing.
It's no surprise King Creole proved to be a box office success, but this time it appeared the critics were also favorable of Elvis's performance. For many, King Creole is considered to be his best performance as an actor. After the commercial and critical success of King Creole, Elvis was dispatched to the military and his movie career was put on hold for 2 years. However, in 1960, he returned to Hollywood. After a lackluster run of films featuring Elvis in more dramatic roles, Elvis returned to the comedic musical format with the 1964 MGM film Viva Las Vegas. The film delivers a strong musical set with Elvis singing and dancing. Elvis plays the role of Lucky Jackson, a race car driver desperate to enter the Grand Prix but is undermined by his love interest, Rusty Martin, played by the energetic and beautiful Anne Margaret. The chemistry between Elvis and Anne Margaret propelled the film into instant box office success and tabloid fodder. But once again, Elvis's performance received mixed reviews. Elvis signed on for another musical comedy with the 1968 film Speedway. Elvis starred alongside Nancy Sinatra, whose father, Frank Sinatra, had achieved the musical and theatrical acclaim Elvis desired. In this outing, Elvis plays Steve Grayson, a generous race car driver on a mission to help his manager get out of trouble with the IRS. While Speedway had a strong performance at the box office, it wasn't as successful as his other theatrical ventures. Likewise, critics had grown exasperated with his reliance on the heavy musical format in his films.
He's your uncle, not your dad.
Speedway was the last time Elvis starred in a heavily musical film. 1 year later, Elvis starred in his final feature film, Change of Habit, which co-starred Mary Tyler Moore. In just 11 years, Elvis managed to create an undeniable mark on the film industry. His acting career created a legacy and blazed a trail for other singer-actors that continues to be followed today. Here's to the man, the legend, the king of the silver screen, Elvis Presley. Tune in to TCM film Jailhouse Rock and
I'm gonna show you what the real Elvis is like tonight.
witness Austin Butler as he recreates the magic, stardom, and cool of Elvis. Only in theaters beginning June 24th.
Elvis has left the building.
Isn't that absolutely amazing? I loved that. I loved it. I mean, they missed out a heck of a lot of movies, but they only had a little amount of time to do it, and they did well. And I loved his undeniable mark on the silver screen, and that is something that is missing from the movie. I believe there's just not enough of his movie star Elvis. I would have loved to see more of Austin in those early films, especially. A scene from King Creole would have just... or a scene from Jailhouse Rock really would have just added that extra that we needed. I absolutely love that. It's so much fun, and it's lovely to see people really commending Elvis, because his movies saved a lot of people in the movie industry. They saved allied artists, for example, with Tickle Me, and they were popular. People went out to see them. Viva Las Vegas beat the Beatles movie like out the water. So I mean, there's so much to Elvis in the movies. We don't, as fans, we don't need to dismiss it. We can love them and be free to love them and enjoy them like TCM is encouraging. And I hope there's more TCM movies out there. I hope we have more Elvis movies on TCM. Come on, show Live a Little, Live a Little. Show The Trouble with Girls. Show these things that are not seen as much. Show Double Trouble. I would love to see that on TCM. And hopefully this movie will stem more things like that. That's what I'm excited for and I'm eager for. And if that happens, then it's a win-win. We might see it on the 24-hour Elvis video, Elvis channel rather. They might play all the music or all the movies. If they do that, I will pay whatever subscription they want. If we can watch all the movies whenever we want. But it's all about rights and copyrights and stuff, isn't it? It's very difficult to get all the movies together in a one box set because of copyrights from different Paramount and Warner Brothers and all of this. So yeah, it might be tricky, but I hope one day we can see them all coming on terrestrial television or on Sky Television or on cable. Let's just keep our fingers crossed. I just love what the movies bring in. I love this excitement and I'm all for it. Anyway, take care of yourself. Have the best day and enjoy your Sunday. And I'll see you next week, okay? Bye everyone.